One of the things she confessed inside of it, she was like, one of the things is that I'm frustrated and a little bit jealous that my husband, my narcissist, won't change. Like, he won't turn out like you. Like, why is that? That's not fair. I was like, I totally get that. That's not fair. I was like, one of the things you have to realize that I've never given you on here is hope that he's going to change. I've never told you that he would change. I've never told you that it was even possible, because if you're not willing to be honest with himself, nothing's going to change. Nothing matters in that regard. The difference inside of what I do is I try to be able to give people hope that you can heal. And the reason, the angle that I come from that is simply by saying, this is how much my life has transformed from who I was to who I am now. That means your life can transform as well. But the problem is, many people are going to sit around waiting for him to change. And maybe not just sit around waiting for it to magically happen, but they'll wait for something to shift inside their world, inside of their dynamic. They'll try everything. They'll try to love him more. They'll try to like do all the different things that he wants for them to do in order to get him to change, but nothing changes. And the harsh reality is many people will stay in relationships for years, for decades, waiting for another person to change, and he never does. And you have to get to a place where you start gaslighting yourself, believing, well, maybe he'll eventually change. Maybe this will happen. I'll pray about it longer. I'll hope about it farther. Like, he has potential to change. All different things will lead you to hoping that he's going to change, but he hasn't. You can wait forever for a person who does not want to change to not change. And the only person that loses long-term is simply you, because you're waiting for him to shift. You're waiting for him to wake up. You're waiting for him to realize how abusive he's actually been. And he's not willing to realize it because he doesn't care about how he's affected you. He cares about himself. His own self-preservation, his own image, his own mask to make sure that he looks okay. That's what I was doing for such a long period of time. I was only concerned about me. I didn't care if it hurt my wife. I didn't care if it hurt other people. I didn't care if it hurt a business. I didn't care what it affected. All I cared about is that it didn't affect me in a negative way. Whatever I had to do. If I had to lie to make sure I didn't get caught from something so I didn't look like the bad guy, well, then I'd do that. Why? Because it made sense in my mind of, let me do this to quote unquote protect myself, to make sure that I don't get exposed, to make sure that I don't feel bad, to make sure that I don't deal with shame and guilt. Everything was about me. And that's what the guy in your life is doing. He's making everything about him, and as a result, you're hoping, praying, thinking maybe he's going to change. And he's like, cool, she's still obsessed with me. She's still around. She's still focused on me, and he still does whatever he wants. You have to wake up to the reality of what you're dealing with. You have to wake up to the reality that he continues to do this stuff over and over and over again, and you keep letting it happen. He's not going to change because he's not willing to be honest. He's not willing to be vulnerable. He's not willing to be consistent inside of his growth and development. He's not willing to change. The question is, are you? Because too often you're going to sit in the same exact place, trying to do the same exact thing, trying to fix him, trying to change him, trying to make something different, and nothing changes. If nothing changes, nothing changes, and you stay in the exact same place. Exact same place over and over and over. You have to get to the place that you realize that you are the only one that can actually bring healing to you. You are the only one that can actually shift and grow and develop you. Stop waiting for him to change. Stop waiting for things to be different. You've got a guy in your life that's been mentally, emotionally abusive or manipulative. You have to wake up to the reality that you keep hoping that he's going to shift. He's going to wake up and finally realize how much he's hurt you, but he hasn't over the past couple of years. Why do you expect him to now? The problem is you've been in this relationship for such a long period of time. You keep thinking something's going to change, but the problem is you're not the one changing. You're the one staying in the same exact shit over and over and over again, expecting different results, but not getting anything different because he keeps showing up the same way and you keep accepting the abuse. The toxicity that you're dealing with doesn't go away until you decide. Until you decide to actually let it go. Until you decide to actually let it go. Until you decide to say, hey, no more. I'm not going to deal with this anymore. But that toxicity that you put up with, that is up to you of what you're going to do about it. I work with women that are trapped in or out of toxic relationships, helping them get closure, confidence and certainty in who they actually are, helping them heal once and for all. Coming up July 12th, I'm offering a Reclaim workshop. You can log in virtually all over the globe, or you can join us in person in Orlando, Florida. And this opportunity here is for you to be able to walk through the systems and modality of healing permanently so that it no longer affects you. So it's no longer dealing with the triggers and the trauma and the things that keep you spiraled out and stuck. If you want to know more about this, you can go to rawmotivations.com/reclaim. Once this video is posted, you can drop a reclaim down below in the chat and I'll send you a link. Because inside of this, if nothing changes, nothing changes. Your reality will stay the exact same way forever until you decide to do something different about it. Stop waiting for the guy in your life to change and you start changing, because you're the only one that has that power. You can't force someone else to do it. You can't manipulate someone else to do it. You can't love him into doing it. You are the only one that can shift, grow, change, and develop. The question is, will you? Or will you continue to try to fix someone else who doesn't want to be fixed? Go to rawmotivations.com/reclaim to learn more, and we'll talk soon.